And this matchup's going to be really important for Cephalopod. Floppy Mudkip has brought one of the more common lineups in this tournament with the Fizz TF alongside that Zoe Lee Sin. I think there were 4 or so players tonight that are running this exact lineup. So Cephalopod's entire tournament, whether he wins or O2s, is really going to hinge on how this matchup goes for him. So we're going to see a couple of trades go down here for Cephalopod, still maintaining the board relatively well. And Floppy is a little gassed out at this point. Obviously, whatever that Zap Spray Fin pulls is pretty likely to turn it around, be it a Rummage or a Pick a Card, but there's not a whole lot of action going on for Floppy right now. They need to find something juicy off that Zap Spray Fin, because Seth, his hand is not slowing down. He's going to be able to keep this aggression on and go for a decisive maneuver pretty soon. You don't even lose to double Bone Skewer because you have Deny. I don't know why Camillari thought they had all the time in the world to do that. You're playing a combo deck, and you have the combo in your hand. You've even got a nifty counter spell right next to your combo that you can use to ensure your combo goes off. That's when you play the combo.
So that's really the biggest, that's really the only real big thing I see here with this deck.
I noticed the one of House Spider, which is odd, to say the least, or at least substandard. We've seen some players go down to 2, some people, staying at the 3. It's not as good. Like, it's not good versus dragons. They just kind of Fury proc onto it, they gobble it up, no problem. Thresh-Nasus, it's not blocking those fearsome units, and against Esdraven, it's not killing anything. It's everything has 3 HP for the most part. It can get a nice trade onto an Arachnoid Sentry, but that's really all it's looking to do. So I don't hate cutting down on a couple copies of that card if we're making room for something like Get Excited, because I am a big fan of the Get Excited. And I'm so curious about this Lee Sin pick, Doza, because in the America Shard, we got 1 Lee Sin in all of Top Cut. Right out of the gate, we've got twice as many in just the first match, and of course, UCG being one of the better teams on the Asia server, arguably the best team, at least that I know of, a Freak of Freaks, giving them a run for their money a lot of the time. But, just 2 of their star players already starting off with the Lee Sin makes me really curious about what is different in their meta that allows Lee Sin to come through that we're not doing on the Americas side, and which one is better. I guess we'll find out at the World Championship, but for now, looks like a really wide board on the side of Baboom Teemo, but these Dragon decks, they don't handle Eye of the Dragon particularly well. Those Dragonlings do a lot in terms of blocking power. You might want to save that stun for next turn. Especially since Mudkip has to develop, you get to sort of take the free stun onto something, but it looks like we're just going to throw it out anyway. I don't think there's a way that Kauchua can really lose from this position. Short of, like, trying to think. I'm not really seeing anything. It'd be like Ruin Runner, another Shaped Stone, and then Bloody Businessing the blocker, which we do have 2 draws next turn thanks to the Preservarium, so that's not out of the question, but it's very unlikely.
It's going to be...
Man, that is going to completely change the outcome of this game.
Yeah.
And Ruin Runner met with a second Twin Disciplines. Oh, Ruin Runner!
Yeah, and now we have that combo you were talking about, that set of cards.
Prevents the Brightsteel from attacking, as well as the Badger Bear?
There's a Cithrion field. They're going to have 4 attacks.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so...
Oh, but he top decks the Fiora's.
Wow!
There it is. Oh, no, but he finds
Oh, my God!
What are you talking about? 7x Bane going to line that one up to the left, and he's going to steal the game away from Random 7. He gets the perfect top deck for the Fiora Lethal, and it doesn't mean a thing.
We had...
Boulevard, do you expect these 2 players to get here? Because I know you had your eyes on them. In fact, I believe you have predicted a seasonal finalist from every single seasonal. Is that correct?
That is correct. I predicted Adele, who got 2nd place in Southeast Asia. I predicted UCG Boom Teemo, who won in Asia. And then I predicted Sergey Tuvamos, who got 2nd place in Europe. And now I've predicted Ian Aguera, who at worst is going to get 2nd place in North America. I want Ian to win, but the problem is one of the other predictions that I threw out is that Tom Kench would win the North American seasonal, and that's in Majin Bay's lineup.
I'm just impressed that you call the champion and a player. Like, if you're like, oh, I think GF's gonna win. It's like, okay, well, you did it, congrats, right? Like, whatever. You can even go so far to be like, well, Aphelios or Zoe. It's like, yeah, okay. It's like Tom Kench is not in any S tier decks right now. Like, occasionally it's Aphelios support. Like, that's just impressive. I don't care if you're wrong about either one, because you're obviously right about either one. But like, getting either one right, you're gonna like. Yeah, just hats off. That's a good one.
Conceding.
I'm playing the game. Give me a second.
Oh, I thought it was over. It's last turn of time. Oh, my bad. We're still going, apparently.
No, apparently there's still stuff happening.
Deck.
You searching for a rival hero.
I'm gonna blackleaf this Lorite.
Okay.
And you guys are gonna sit here and watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna get Black Lorite.
I'm no longer doing the commentary. Aaron Miles is doing the commentary